Welcome to another lesson in the Clicks and Conversions classroom. Today, we're focusing on optimizing your Facebook posts. This will help you reach more people for free and make sure that the posts that you're backing with your ad dollars in terms of boosting posts or Facebook ads are formatted properly to get you the highest reach and the lowest cost per click. So, there'll be 3 topics we cover today. First, we're talking about the different formulas you can use to create a Facebook post. This way, you understand a little bit of the variety that you can be posting to Facebook. Next, we'll talk about using post targeting. This is a setting that you are instructed to turn on during the 50-point Facebook page inspection. This allows you to choose targeting for a specific post, making sure that you reach the right customers with the right message, which can significantly increase the amount of people that you reach for free on Facebook. Lastly, we'll wrap up the tutorial with how to schedule a post on Facebook. This is an important time-saving trick to managing your Facebook page. And by batching your Facebook posts, you'll be able to schedule more posts in a shorter period of time and get a better overall idea of your content. So, without further ado, let's dive in. The first thing we're going to talk about today is the formulas for posts. You can create, of course, a Facebook status message with no media attached. These are becoming more and more popular. Short sentences work best for these types of messages. If you'd like to add some type of media, you're likely to get more attention in the Facebook newsfeed. Media you might choose to add includes an image. This could be a photograph or a graphic you've created using Canva or Photoshop. If you are choosing to post a graphic, I have one tip for you here. Make sure that the text on that image takes up less than 20% of the image itself. This is because Facebook will limit the amount of people who see your post if the picture has too much text on it. It's a bit tricky to figure out what 20% of your image is, so let me give you a handy exercise. If you think about the picture you're about to post, and you put a 5x5 grid on top of that picture, less than 5 of the boxes can have text in them. That means that you have less than 20% text on your image. It's also really important to make sure you have less than 20% text if you're choosing to back this post by boosting it or turning it into a Facebook ad. It will significantly help your reach and click-through rates to have less text. All right, so the next type of Facebook post you might consider doing is one of the most growing in popularity. It's a video post. Video posts are becoming so much more popular because they autoplay in the news feed, and the movement captures the attention of the viewer. That way they pause in the news feed and look at your post. The trick with videos on Facebook is that they do need to be shorter than 40 minutes. With that said, I found that the average watch time is only 13 to 15 seconds. So try to keep your videos short. I'd say a video that is 30 seconds to a minute is probably a good amount of time. And understanding that average watch time might only be 13 seconds, you'll want to go ahead and get the most important information out in the beginning or use a teaser. A teaser is when at the beginning of your message you tell people that you can't wait to share your best tip with them, but first you need to give some kind of information. So you let them know that your best tip is coming soon, but you get your message out before you give that away. That way people hang on until the end of your video. The last type of post that you want to do is, of course, sharing links. This is how you can get clicks from Facebook to your website. You might share a link to your website, to your store, your online store, or a specific product. You might share a link to your landing page where people can register for your freebie gift or for your upcoming webinar. You might also share a link to your most recent blog post. Anytime you share a link on Facebook, there are a few things you can do to optimize that post. By optimizing the post, you'll make sure that you get the most reach and capture the most attention. This is essential to making sure you get the most amount of clicks to your website on each post. So with that being said, let's head to Facebook, and I'm going to show you a tutorial about how to create an optimized link post, use preferred audience targeting, and schedule that post to publish at a later date. Let's go to Facebook. Okay. Once you're on Facebook, the first place you want to start is your Facebook page timeline. This is where you get the status box to create a new post. Paste the link to your website in the status box. What happens is a link preview loads on the page. As you can see, our link preview is a nice large box here. Once the link preview loads, you can delete the ugly link out of the status area. This way, your status is clean and pretty and easier to read. When you're optimizing your link post, you might consider changing out the image. For example, this image doesn't seem to have a lot to do with Tai Chi and stress relief, so I might choose to do a different image. You can choose an image that is horizontal and at least 1200 pixels wide by 630 pixels tall. This way you make sure that you maintain this large link image that we're seeing here instead of getting one of those itty bitty tiny link images to the left of the post. To change your link image, simply click on the plus sign next to the original photo on the bottom. Then you'll be prompted to choose any photo from your computer. Again, please choose a horizontal image that's at least 1200 by 630 pixels. When that picture loads, you'll notice that it breaks it into two separate photos. This is what's called a carousel post. It allows people to scroll through multiple images that all link to the same place. So this might be good if you're looking to feature different pictures of products that all link to your main product store. However, for the sake of this post, we're going to choose one large link image. So to get rid of the first image, we need to unselect box number 1. When we do, we'll notice that we only have one picture showing. Uh-oh, Danielle, it's showing, but it's showing with a tiny link image. That's okay. I'll show you how in reality this is giving us the larger image, but first we actually need to schedule the post to verify that. Before we're ready to schedule, we have a few more steps. First, we need to edit the link headline and link description. When I hover my mouse over the link headline here, you notice how it turns yellow. I can click on the post and then I can delete the name of the website. If the name of your website or blog is appearing when you share a link, I strongly recommend you delete it. And that's because although it's an opportunity for name recognition, it often makes your posts feel more spammy and therefore they get less clicks. So click on the yellow box and delete that message. If you wanted, you could even change the headline here to say something like how Tai Chi and stress relief are helpful for seniors, right? So you can make it say whatever you want in the link headline. Next, you want to check your link description, which is this bottom area. Oftentimes, what pulls from the link description is just the first paragraph of text from your blog, and the text usually gets cut off mid-sentence. It's better to make this a complete thought as opposed to getting it cut off mid-sentence. So, I'll make some quick edits to this. Okay, I added a call to action and I made it a shorter sentence, more legible. Lastly, I'm going to add my status. You always want to add a status because this is your opportunity to tell your community why you think this is a great post worth their time to read. So, did it make you laugh? Did you get some helpful hints from it? Did you get a really good quote from it that you want to share? All of that can be important to share in the status. In this case, I'm going to choose to tag the original author of the article to get some exposure for that person. So, whenever you want to tag somebody in the post, you start by using the @ symbol, which is the Shift key plus number 2, and then immediately begin typing that page's name. A Facebook page can only tag another Facebook page. Facebook pages might be public figures, communities, interests, or other businesses. What you can see here is as I begin typing the name, Facebook drops down different options that I can tag, and I see at the top the one I want to tag, so I click on it. Once I click on it, I see that the name now appears in blue. When it appears in blue, that tells me this is going to become a link to that person's profile, and they'll get a notification that they've been tagged in the post. Complete your status message, and now you're ready for the final 2 steps in this tutorial. We're going to add preferred audience targeting and then schedule the post. Now, Facebook makes it particularly tricky to add this preferred audience targeting because they've nearly done away with the icon that identifies this option. But it does live right here next to the little map icon. There's a tiny little gray dot. So when you click on that, you'll pop up your option for preferred audiences. Here you can begin typing different interests that somebody interested in this post might also like. So I can type in things like Tai Chi, Qigong. If I taught yoga, I might also type in things like nature or stress, because those are, you can tend to counteract stress through doing things like yoga. So once I've added a number of potential interests, then I can hit the save button, and that will save my preferred targeting. So one thing I'll just reiterate here is that these are people that you would prefer see this post first, but it does not limit the people who can see this post. If I wanted to strictly limit who can see this post, I would do that through audience restrictions here. And that way I can limit by geographic location, gender, age, and language. Okay? So once you've hit save, you'll notice that your interests appear on the screen. And at this point, we would be ready to publish, but we're not going to publish. We're going to schedule this post for a later date. So I hit my downward arrow next to publish, and then I click on schedule. At this point, I can pick any time in the future, and I can adjust the time of day I want it to post. I'm going to share one tip with you today that comes from personal experience. Don't schedule longer than 30 days in advance. One time I tried to get a lot done for my clients, scheduling 3 months of posts in advance. And lo and behold, after 30 days, there was a Facebook glitch and the posts weren't publishing. So from that point forward, I had to manually publish the posts every day. So I want to strongly recommend you only schedule a max of 30 days out. I've been doing that for a while and never had any problems. Once you hit the schedule button, you'll have a message appear on your Facebook page that tells you that you have scheduled posts. To preview those posts, simply hit See Posts. This will be a list of all the posts that you have scheduled, and you can go down to the date that you're looking for, to preview the post that you may have scheduled. Now in this case, do I have a second page? I'm going to refresh my page. My scheduled post isn't showing, so we'll see it come up in a moment. And there it is. So for some reason, when I hit it the first time, it didn't show. So just refresh, and now it's right here. I can click on the text of the post to see a preview, to see that yes, it did in fact show up with a large link image like I wanted, and that Bruce Francis is a link to his page. If at this point you noticed a typo or anything, you can use this edit button here to edit just the status portion of the text. You cannot edit the link description or link title or link image once the post has been scheduled. Lastly, we have a little arrow next to edit. This is how we could choose to publish the post right away, remove the scheduling, which means make this a draft post, or reschedule it for a different date. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. This actual exercise, it takes roughly 2 minutes per post. It's really quick, so don't forget to watch the quick version so you can see how this can be done when you're not trying to teach somebody along the way. All right, I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson, and have a great day.